I will be making a game in which you won't last playing it for more than 5 minutes. The game will be nearly impossible to last for more than 5 minutes. However, if you do so, you aren't human. Let's start. The idea of the game is really simple. An arrow will appear in the center of the screen and the player has to swipe to that direction. I mean, you have to do this. But if you do, for example, this, you will lose. If you do this, you will lose. But if you swipe to the right direction, a new arrow would be created, for example, looking to another side, and then you will have to swipe again to that direction, for example, to an up arrow, and you will have to swipe to that direction. I started by opening Sprite. This is a program that allows us to draw things in pixel art, and I wanted to do the arrow. I will draw this arrow looking up, and I will rotate it just in Unity. I'm real bad at drawing things, that's why I chose to use Sprite to draw things in pixel art, but I swear I tried my best to do this arrow. Maybe the arrow is the only sprite I need to create this game, so I just opened Unity and started to create the game logic. To do that, I added an empty game object called player, and to that game object I attached a script, obviously called as well player, and in this script I started to do some comprobations to put some conditional structures to detect at which side we are swiping to. Here are a bunch of line codes, and I don't really understand these lines, I just copy and paste them from a YouTube tutorial. So with this script, we've just done the basic thing, the basic mechanic. The arrow behavior is the next thing I have to add. This is the moment when I finally use the arrow sprite I did in the beginning of the video. This script took me hours to make because I had to redo it like 1,000 times or something like that. I was always changing the variables, I was always changing the functions and everything. But finally, I think it's all working fine. Obviously, there are a lot of things that aren't there in the game, but you can see that the game is at least working. Let's get into the score system. I created a text, named it a score. To make it look nicer, I added some shadow and an outline, so now this text looks a little bit prettier. I created a public and static variable in the player script. This is the variable of the score, so this variable will be accessed in another script called score, and with this script core we will change the text of the score text we've created before. When I swipe to the wrong direction, nothing happens. So I created a game over canvas that will be shown whenever we swipe to the wrong direction. I added a score counter and a best score counter as well. I made some other simple sprites for the score and the best, that badge or something like that, I don't know how to call it. And to that panel of the score and the best, I put some shadows and outline. I also created the home and restart button, all these with vertical layouts and horizontal layouts. By doing this user interface will work perfectly in any device that the game could work. I was having a lot of problems about the swipe system I've made. I don't know why the swipes weren't working properly. I don't know why. So I had to make another system. So I used a plugin or something like that. It's just this folder that is called Swipe Controller, and well, this has a lot of things in here. And in the player I have the same player script that you've seen in the video, and also a swipe listener script. If you take a look at the player script, you will notice that it's completely different as it used to be. It has other lines of code. I think there is more lines now, but the good thing about this plugin is that we can have 8 directions for the arrow. And it also works in desktop, okay? I don't have necessary to use my mobile phone. What is this of 8 directions? Well, this is that now the arrow can go to a diagonal. I mean, for example, here, this is the diagonal. And you can see it works perfectly. Well, sometimes it doesn't work, but it's the best I could do. I tried to do it manually, now I'm using a plugin, and I think this is the best thing I could do. And well, you have here the game over canvas with the score, the best score, a home button that, well, it doesn't work because we don't have a main menu, but I think I'm going to do the main menu. As I said before, I started to create the main menu. I added a title with a panel. I added also a play button, a score counter, and I did a wrong thing. I put the score counter there and it doesn't make anything. So after recording the thing that you're seeing, I deleted that score panel because in the main menu it doesn't have to be there. The main menu and the game over canvas will be changed maybe later with some animations, some icons. This is just a prototype. To make the game more juicy, I added a swipe trail or something like that. I don't know how to call it. It's really nice. I really like it. I did this with a trail renderer and also a script. And I was going to make the trail white, but I realized that by doing the trail white, as the counter and the arrow is white, it doesn't fit really well. So that's why I decided to make the trail a bit gray, but maybe I change the color of the trail later. Currently you can't die, that's why I created the health bar, which as the game is being played, the health it has is continually decreasing. So now when this health bar has no more health, you will die. And obviously the game over screen will be shown as well. Also, sometimes your health can be increased if you scored exactly 10% of the health. With all of these changes, now the game can be perfectly played. As usual, there are always some things you can add. After working for about 2 weeks, I improved a lot of things in the game, as you can see. I added a milliseconds counter. I also changed the UI. You can see now that the health bar and the score text, well, are a bit different. In addition, when you score, when you swipe to the right direction, some particles are emitted and a camera shake is also there. I think that with all of these changes, I have completed the gameplay. The next step is to change the main menu because I don't like it at all. And then we'll see what other thing I can add. To create this main menu, I added some buttons, some titles, and some other things. It's just the main menu, so it shouldn't be so difficult. I also try to use some animations, for example, in the main title and in the subtitle that says tap to start, or in the arrow that rotates. Well, this is all made with the animator. Finally, I can say that this is the final result of Swipe Never Stop. First of all, we have three buttons. One button is for the settings. We can here set the music volume and the audio volume as well. Then, as you can see, there are some fade animations. We can also go to the credits scene, information about how to play the game and the credits. And then we have a YouTube button to go to my YouTube channel. So now, please subscribe to the channel, and now let's play. Okay, here we are. We have to swipe to the right direction. As I said before, we have the particles, and also the clock text, the timer now is working fine because it used to work awful. I don't know why, but now yes, it's counting the time in a right way. Also, you have a health bar which decreases as the time passes. And how you can get more health? Well, by swiping to the right direction, sometimes you can earn health. Of course, you have to be quickly. As you could see, there we gain some health. And if we swipe to the wrong direction, or we don't have time, a game over screen will be shown. We have here the current score, the best score, a restart button, and a home button. So yes, this is Swipe Never Stop. This is the first version. I don't know if I'm going to upload it, but this is the first version. This is me trying to upload my game to the Google Play Store, and I had to pay $25 or something like that to publish my game. I have uploaded in October 11, and now is October 13, so 2 days, and so yes, 2 days, almost 3 days actually, I think. And it's currently in review. As you can see, update status, and it's in review, so I can do nothing. But I'm starting to feel a bit nervous because no, I just want to have my game uploaded in Google Play Store after making it for about 1 month and a half. Please, I will just wait and record again when the game is finally on the Google Play Store. Today is 15th of October, and finally Swipe Never Stop is released on the Google Play Store. Yes, here it is, Swipe Never Stop by Leta Corporation. We have here 5 opinions of 5 stars. So if I were you, I would check out this game. You have here some screenshots about the game. It has around 5 downloads. You can see about this game. Swipe as fast as you can. Play against the clock because you have a health bar, an arrow, a score counter, and bright colors will make this game addictive instantly. And here we can see we have 5 reviews of 5 stars. Remember, link to download this game is in the description below. Please take a look to this game because I put a lot of effort in it, and I think it's just 15 megabytes or something like that, so it's not a really heavy game. Remember to like and subscribe, and please download Swipe Never Stop. The link is in the description below. This is all for today's video, and bye bye.